Hey guys, welcome to this episode of The Rachel Cruze Show. So today we're going to look at how the different generations in America compare financially. So you might be wondering where you stand in comparison of the generations before you or after you, or maybe you're just curious about the financial state of your peers in your generation. So either way, we're going to dig into which generation has the most debt and talk through some money strategies that will help them be free from it. But first, I want to look at American debt on average. 77% of American households have some type of debt, and the average person owes over $25,000 of non-mortgage debts. So let's break that down by generation. Now, non-mortgage debt is things like car loans, student loans, that kind of thing. So Gen X, this is people in their early 40s to mid 50s, have by far the most average debt at close to $33,000. Sorry, Gen Xers. And when you look at the other generations, you'll see Gen Z is at almost $11,000. Millennials, $27,000. Gen X, $32,000. Boomers at $25,000. And the silent Gen at $12,000. Now, credit cards, let's chat about that. This may kind of surprise you because it may feel like your parents' generation were all about the credit cards, but boomers actually come in second on credit card debt at $6,700, while Gen X has the highest credit card debt, holding on average $7,700. Gen X, man, what's happening? So Gen Z, when it comes to credit card debt, owes a little over $2,000. Millennials, $4,600. Gen X, $7,700. Boomers, $6,700. And the silent Gen at close to $4,000. And take a guess at who has the highest mortgage debt. Yep, Gen X again. Yeah, their mortgage debt is about $245,000. So, Gen Xers, man, you got a lot carrying, and we're going to talk about that in a little bit, but you got a lot on you. Now, for mortgage debt, on average, Gen Z is carrying about $172,000, millennials, $232,000, Gen X, $245,000, boomers, $191,000, and the silent Gen at $159,000. So before I tell you about Gen X and probably why they're carrying the highest amount of debt, let's take a quick break so I can tell you about one of our sponsors. You're doing all the right things, but this economy is busting your budget. Did you know that there's a budget-friendly solution to rising healthcare costs? Well, there is, and it's through Christian Healthcare Ministries, America's longest-serving health cost-sharing ministry. Visit chministries.org/Rachel to learn more. All right, Gen Xers. So there's probably a good reason why you guys are carrying around all of this debt because, again, you're in your early 40s to mid-50s. So not only are you taking care of yourselves, you're taking care of your children, you're probably funding your retirement, thinking about the future, but you're also supporting your aging parents as well. And we found through research that 20% of Gen X says that they will never be able to retire, which is so sad to me that there's like this hopelessness. I mean, I understand why, because it feels like there's so much riding on you guys. You're just at that time in life where there's so much responsibility. But listen, if you understand how to get your money house in order, if you understand how to build that solid financial foundation, you are going to be able to overcome this and retire. You can still retire with dignity. Now, again, if you are feeling the pinch, regardless of what generation you're in, there is a way to be able to say, I want to control my money versus my money control me. And one of the best ways to do that, I say it all the time here, but it's just true, is to get out of debt. You guys, this is a huge part of building wealth long-term because your income is your largest wealth building tool. And when your income comes in and it goes back out, you're not able to use your money to make money. You're not able to use your money to let it work for itself. And so this is huge. We send so much of our incomes out to payments. Every generation does. Every generation does. and we are letting go of what can actually cause us to build wealth. So to get out of debt, this is what you want to do, is to get a starter emergency fund of $1,000 first and foremost, okay? This is really crucial. This is your starter emergency fund. Then I want you to list out all of your debt, regardless of interest rates, and list everything out, smallest amount to largest amount. You're gonna pay minimum payments on everything and attack that smallest debt first. And we find that people do this, they're getting out of debt in 18 to 24 months. And they're having around, on average, $5,300 paid off in 90 days, in the first 90 days. So there's power in this movement of this turnaround. So that debt snowball is huge. And that's really, again, gonna help you set the future pace of saying, okay, my income comes in and I'm gonna be able to use it to build wealth for me and my family instead of sending it to the bank. Also, I would encourage you to get the help that you need along the way. There's only so much, that you know at life, and that's about every area of our life. There's only so much that you know about parenting or about marriage or about health, about wellness, about mental health, about money, and that's what you've been taught or told to your whole life. So sometimes learning something new is a big game changer. And so if money is one of those places in your life that you're thinking, I don't know a ton, I feel like I could be smarter with this, not just in your knowledge, but knowing what to actually do with my money tangibly, I would recommend going through Financial Peace University. This is our 9-lesson course that helps you really understand how to control your money and then ultimately build wealth. We always say you live like no one else, you sacrifice, you pay off that debt, so later you can live and give like no one else. So here's the deal, you guys. Debt, it's common, no matter what generation you're in, but it is worth the time, it is worth the energy to break free from it. And because of this job that I get to do every day, I hear from people, whether it's on social media, on the Ramsey show, if I'm traveling out to live events, the people that have done this, you guys, they really have. They've said, okay, debt does not have to be part of my future anymore. I can decide to do something different. So I just want to encourage you, regardless of whether you're in the silent gen and you're 85 years old all the way, maybe you're a Gen Zer and you have your first job or you're in college and you're thinking, okay, how can I be smart with my money? Anyone at any point can decide to do something different and to get a different outcome with their money situation today, and that can be you. All right, share this video with a friend who you think may need it or find it interesting to be talking about debt generation to generation. And remember, you guys, to take control of your money and create a life you love.